What am I painting this week? I don't even know because I'm filming this intro before I've actually done the painting. Roll the intro! Welcome to Corner Case. You're in the hobby corner. I'm your host, your pen pal, your best friend, Deck. The first thing I'd like to talk about is, well, first it's mostly Infinity and then a little bit of Malifaux. So let's get into it. So the first thing I'm painting here is the Rudrus Gunbot from Infinity Aleph faction. As you know, I've been playing this faction. I got into it because I was telling you it's kind of that Vision plus Ayanami Ray type of faction. But then as I started playing more, I realized, oh my gosh, this is actually mostly robots. So here it is, our first robot that I painted. It came in the starter set. I think it looks really, really cool. I painted in this like glowy effect on like the scorpion tail of it. And it's got this little derpy face that I think is pretty nice. I will not lie, it took me a while to come to accept the like white and then that weird bluish steel that I decided to go with. But I think it looks like pretty good. And then I took that color scheme and I trickled it down to these smaller robots. So this is called just a Rebot, and they come in a couple configurations. I painted just this first one to start. I think it looks pretty sweet, actually. There are those little like spherical joints on the legs, and I don't know, for some reason I was like struggling to paint that to make it look like a chrome orb, but I think I ended up pretty good. I think because I deviated from the box art. You can also see I put like a ton of decals on this thing. I think decals are like the best thing when it comes to miniatures. Like you can spend all your time doing your edge highlighting and stuff, but like the little miniature decals that just go on, oh my gosh, they add so much bang per buck in terms of your model looking clean with like very little effort. So as you can see here, I have to paint like 18 more of these things, but hey, they look really cool. They've already done some work for me on the tabletop. I'm pretty excited to just have a whole fleet of these little cute little Rebot guys. So yeah, that's the Aleph that I painted. Next here is the new model for like the ITS season, Fiddler. She's really cool. I think, you know, the joke in her name is a little cringy. I cringed a little bit, but I was really, really excited to paint this thing just because the design was so cool. Like, I like that she's on like the little, what do you call those things? The one wheel, are they called hoverboards still? Like the one wheel? But yeah, she's on the mono wheel thing, and it just, it has like little flames and the sparks coming out the back. And then the pose is just so cool because it looks like she's trying to balance. And I can't even tell like what the front of the model is because she's like looking back. But the thing I'm most proud of here actually is like the denim. Coming from like more of a fantasy and high sci-fi kind of like games, like actually painting a model to be in denim is just like not that common. So I think I did a really good job of like starting from more of like a purple indigo base and then going up like the yellow spectrum to like a green towards the top there. I'll do like a little bit of close up here, but yeah, I think that ended up like pretty good. I'm gonna just use this model as much as possible as a proxy. It's just it was just really fun to paint. It doesn't match my Aleph army at all, but I'm just so proud of it. I'm so happy about it. 10 out of 10 funness to paint this model for sure. And the last thing I wanted to share with you today actually is I told you guys at the last episode that I believe in repainting models when we want to take enjoyment from them again. We don't have to keep buying models. We can repaint as we get better. And I wanted to repaint this Arcane Emissary model from Malifaux. So I painted the OSL effects really hard. When I had initially painted this guy, I was thinking, you know, like a lot of him is in shadow because I wanted him to feel like he's kind of half from another plane. But with like the like mane of flame that I was trying to put on him, that wasn't really selling that hard without actual like the OSL lighting on the body torso surfaces. So I worked really hard on that. One thing I did not expect to do that I ended up doing in the middle was I told myself all of my Malifaux models were going to be true metallic metal, and I was in the middle of painting the OSL effects on his torso, and I was like, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm going full NMM, baby. And I think it looks pretty good now, but I probably shouldn't have done that to myself or my time, but you know, no regrets. It does look a lot better. It's like the NMM in this case, I think, is way more reflective and impactful, even compared to the TMM, but like even as you spin the model, as you can see here, I think there's kind of a, at least I feel this, and I know a lot of other people do, like when it comes to NMM, sometimes it only looks really good in like one view, but I think, you know, the types of metallic on this model, not hyper reflective, a lot of like pock marking on it, I think it looks pretty good NMM, like no matter how you spin it. That's my Arcane Emissary, my first in a bunch of Arcanist repaints that I'm going to be doing for Malifaux, so I'm super stoked to get the rest of my army up to this standard. So that's what I've been painting. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Less of a 30% painted model and actually some 100% painted models this week. So if you like the hobby content, you like hanging out in the hobby corner with me, if you want to see more patches on my jacket, please like and subscribe. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time.
Venerate the Emperor by subscribing now. Only in death does subscribing end.